Hello, friends, readers, book lovers. Welcome to another episode of Prepare Your Shelf. We are here to tell you about some new releases for August 18. And I think we've got a good mix. Do you want to kick us off?
So the first one that I have is called Up on Cove Mountain by Earl Swift. It is, so he originally first hiked the Appalachian Trail in 1990, where he ended up meeting a couple that were also hiking the trail, and he spent some days camping with them. And, you know, creating a bond with them, and then they went their own ways. And when he got home, he had learned that that couple had actually been assaulted and murdered on the trail. And so he had not hiked that trail again for 34 years, and he decided to do it and kind of look at his memories of that and how it felt and kind of process the trauma of it wasn't to me, but it was people that I kind of knew and it could have been me type of thing. And so he talks about both journeys and how the second one kind of felt haunted by them, and the memories that he has of that. And so it's like part true crime, part U.S. history, and part biography. And, you know, the Appalachian Trail, like, you don't really think of many of those things because your biggest thing is going to be the natural stuff that happens to you, not really people happening to you. And so it's just kind of a look at that.
People happening to you.
Yeah.
That's one way to describe it.
Yeah.
Oh, I went in a totally different direction with my books. I literally picked two books just based on the titles and how much they made me happy. Especially this first one. It's called The Divine Gardener's Handbook, or What to Do If Your Girlfriend Accidentally Turns Off the Sun by Eli Snow.
Yeah.
This is a dystopian fantasy of botanical sabotage. There's a questionable god named Saul. There is a woman falling for the person who's most likely to ruin her life. The tagline is warning, may cause rebellion, radical gardening, and romance. Like, just inject this directly into my veins. So this is in like a magical world where there are doors to other magical worlds. There's an annual flower pageant where the winner gets to be hired into this divine garden where it's really hard to get a job. One character and her rival are competing in this. She might cheat a little bit to try to get this job that she's been working for. There are sentient plants. There are secrets. This is described as being perfect for readers who like their fantasy weird, heartfelt, and a little unhinged. And also it is the most beautiful book with sprayed edges, which I know we might be oversaturated with the sprayed edges, but these ones are really, really, really pretty. Botanical sabotage.
Sometimes the sprayed edges are still done very well.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, this is just color.
Yeah. It's not a plain color. It like meshes right with the cover. But yeah, dystopian fantasy of botanical sabotage. Let's go.
My next one is another nonfiction. It's called Mothers of Invention by Moya McTeer. It's the evolution of human creativity, but it's told from the perspective of the 9 different Greek muses. The Maya kind of takes it from Cleo's narrative, which that is the muse of history. And so it's kind of told mainly from Cleo's perspective, but does have commentary and whimsy from the other muses. But it combines a history of invention, so like AI, how far we are with technology and science, vaccines, all of those kinds of things, along with like literature, poetry, music, and gets just commentary from the muses of those specific areas of how they would feel. So it's kind of, they just get thrown into Earth of our time now and are like, here's all these things, and so they comment on them, on whether like they like them or they wouldn't really like them, or the dangers or the advantages of them and things like that.
Interesting creative perspective.
Yeah, I'm very excited to read it.
Great. My other one is The Blue Moon Cafe and 24-Hour Occult Emporium by Lexi Sharabianlu. This is more of a paranormal cozy romance. Again, a sapphic fantasy. So lots in common, but also lots different about these two. This takes place at a little coffee shop that's like a front for a magical witness protection program that tries to get magical beings secreted away when hunters come through. There is a mother-daughter relationship that's kind of reminiscent of Gilmore Girls, so it's got those fall vibes. It has some of the magical beings that you would find in Halloween Town. It's got the quirky witches that you would find in like the very secret society of irregular witches. So it's definitely fall cozy vibe. But there's also so there's a witch who runs the cafe with her mother, but then there's a human that keeps coming in for her recipes, and they're trying to keep the world of magical beings away from the humans. So there's that sort of tension there, but obviously a connection grows. Definitely feels more cozy than the botanical sabotage of my last recommendation.
And then just a quick shout out that there is the second book in Never Whistle at Night, Back for Blood, that is coming out also. The first one was highly, highly popular. I know the second one is going to be too. So I just want to throw that's another one you should keep your eyes out, especially for my horror lovers out there.
And for the classic lovers who want to try manga or graphic novels for the first time, a quick shout out to Jane by Eileen Brosh McKenna. This is a graphic novel retelling of Jane Eyre that's set in like elite New York modern times. So something different. Hopefully there was something in there.
I was going to say, things all over the board.
All over the board. We'll see you next week.